Hi everyone, this is a video for the live lesson from Tuesday, December 15th. This lesson is focusing on paragraph form. You need to watch this whole video if you were not at class so that you know all the information. So the goal for today is I can write a paragraph in paragraph form. And this goal is actually the same goal that for tomorrow. We'll be working on this for 2 days. Today we'll be doing a lot more review and work with what is paragraph form. And tomorrow you'll be writing a paragraph in paragraph form. So make sure you watch this video and you understand exactly what it is you need to be doing. So today we'll do a greeting. We'll identify the parts of a paragraph. We will review. We'll write a paragraph together, or since you were in a class, you'll see what we wrote. And then we'll move into breakout rooms and I'll show you what that looks like. So tell me, what is something that you do while you're writing? What's something you need to do? What's something you like to do? Some examples might be putting spaces between words or between sentences, starting with an indent by pressing tab, making sure you write in paragraph form, capital letters, periods, stuff like that. So we're going to go through and we're going to identify the parts of a paragraph. So we've already did this together in class, but let's do a little bit of review and I want to show you exactly what we talked about in class. So paragraph form has 3 parts. It has a topic sentence, detail sentences, and conclusion. So we can kind of think of this like a sandwich. You start and end with the topic and conclusion. In the middle, like all the cheese and the meat and the condiments and the vegetables, that's all of your sandwich. That's all those detail sentences. So the first sentence of your paragraph is your topic sentence. Let's look at the example. My favorite thing to do is play video games. So that would be our topic sentence, and it tells us 2 things. It tells us one thing. It tells us what the topic that we're writing about is. That's why it's called a topic sentence. So what is the topic? The topic is video games. This whole paragraph is going to be about video games, and we know that because that's what the topic sentence tells us. It's going to tell us about video games, why it's your favorite thing to do. Okay, and then in the middle is when we have our detail sentences. So some detail sentences are: I play many different games. My favorite game is Fortnite. I usually play on my PS4. My friends and I play together. Those are all details. So they're explaining why giving the details about the topic. That's why it's called detail. Detail sentences. It's giving the details about the topic. It's explaining what you're thinking. It's giving those reasons. And then we end with the conclusion. The conclusion says playing video games is the best. So the conclusion sentence is what wraps up our paragraph, and it kind of makes sure that this ends nice and smoothly. And it usually kind of matches the topic sentence, and that's why we kind of call it the 2 pieces of bread, because they're both bread. But they're a little bit different. It'd be boring just to say the exact same thing. It'd be kind of confusing. So you need to change it up a little bit. You need to wrap it up with a way to close your ideas. So let's review a little bit and see if we can make it make a little bit more sense. So remember, a topic sentence is the first sentence of a paragraph. Topic sentence tells the reader what your paragraph is about, gives it that topic. So let's look at some examples. So pretend you're writing a paragraph, and the first sentence says, when I was younger, I had a cat named Oreo. What is this paragraph going to be about? What's the topic based on this topic sentence? Be about this cat named Oreo, right? And the rest of the paragraph would be those details about the cat named Oreo. The next example says, my favorite class at school is Spanish. So what is this paragraph about? Is it about math? Is it about being at home? No, it's about the favorite class being Spanish. It's going to give those details and explain that why. Why is it the favorite? What do you do? And then the last example says, this weekend I went to the state fair drive-thru. So what is this paragraph going to be about? It's going to be about the state fair drive-thru and what maybe you'll say what else you did during the weekend. right? So those are some examples. After our topic sentence comes our detail sentences. Detail sentences are in the middle of the paragraph and they explain the topic sentence. They give the details. So just like in our example from before, our detail sentences were yellow in that example, and now they're underlined. They're in the middle. They're sandwiched between the topic and conclusion. They explain it. So I'm going to read this paragraph to us. My favorite thing to do is play soccer. Okay, so that would be the topic sentence. Here comes the details. I play soccer every day. My favorite soccer team is Real Madrid. I want to go to one of their games in the future. I love soccer. Okay, so these underlines are our details, right? It explains soccer. You play it every day. You have a favorite team. You want to go to one of their games, right? And then we have our conclusion. So the conclusion needs to tell us the same topic, or has the same idea as the topic sentence, but it's a little bit different. It wraps up your idea or paragraph, and it's the last sentence of your paragraph. In the example we read about the soccer, the topic sentence was, my favorite thing to do is play soccer. The wrap up is, I love soccer. Right? So do you see how it's similar, has the same idea, but it's a little bit different. It kind of wraps everything up. So we're going to watch a vocabulary video that just kind of reviews topic or paragraph form a little bit more to hopefully make it make sense.
Yeah. Tell you about these paragraphs. A paragraph is a group of sentences put together in a way that explores a topic. The perfect paragraph is like a tasty sandwich. How? Each sentence an ingredient. And it's important how you stack them, beginning, middle, end. If it's not set up right, it won't make sense. Like meat goes between two slices of bread. Imagine bread in the middle of the meat instead. A topic sentence comes first, then detail sentences. You have a closing sentence at the end to finish it, and the topic sentence is the most important. It gives the main idea or tells you what the point is. That first sentence is always indented. That's how you know that it's the paragraph's beginning. A paragraph can be all fact or opinion. It depends on the flavor that you want to give it.
A paragraph is a group of sentences all about the same things. Started off with a topic sentence that's about the main thing. Then you give some supporting details to fill the paragraph up. And finish it off with a closing sentence. Voila, you're done.
We know the opener and closer are top and bottom, just like the bread. Next, you gotta fill it up with meat. Details. The paragraph's body supports the main idea. These sentences help prove your point, like evidence being presented in court. These sentences are organized with transition words, like also in addition, next, second, and third, and don't include details that don't support. But the last thing you wanna do is prove yourself wrong. Before I get carried away, let me say, the closing sentence can't simply restate the main idea in different words, or it can be a thought that ties the paragraph together. So to end, a good paragraph may make you hungry for more information about the topic you're covering.
Paragraph is a group of sentences all about the same things. Started off with a topic sentence that's about the main thing. Then you give some supporting details to fill the paragraph up. And finish it off with a closing sentence. Voila, you're done.
Okay, so that was our video. So I really like that picture or idea that a paragraph is kind of like a sandwich, right? They're all together in a group. Start with our bread, fill it up with details with our filling. We end it off with more bread to kind of wrap it up together. So hopefully that will help you too. So this is a paragraph that we wrote with your classmates in class, and it was really helpful for them. And I really hope you guys can come to live classes because we do things together that really helps makes the learning make sense. And if you don't come, you don't necessarily get that the same from the video. So this is a paragraph we wrote about for about 2020, since it's almost the end of the year, and a lot of things has happened. So we started with an indent. We press on the tab button one time, to create an indent. The topic sentence that your classmates came up with was 2020 has been a pandemic year. Okay, so that was our topic sentence. So then we filled it up with details about what it means to have a pandemic year. So one example or one detail sentence said schools had to shut down during the coronavirus. Then our next detail sentence says students have to use iPads and technology to do school and talk to their teachers. Next detail sentence says a lot of people have gotten sick or even died. Many stores had to shut down when the pandemic started. You have to wear a mask, stay 6 feet apart, be careful not to touch things, and always wash your hands with soap. 2020 has not been the best year. So all these yellow sentences, these are our details. It explains the topic our topic sentence about 2020 being a pandemic year. And then we wrap it up with our conclusion, this pinky red. It says 2020 has not been the best year. So this is a paragraph we wrote together. This is exactly what I want your guys' paragraphs to look like when you were writing. So now after this, we moved into breakout rooms where students were split into 2 groups, and they had different jobs to do, and they had to do different assignments. So let's take a look at that, and hopefully that's something you can do and look at. So group 1 had to identify the strengths and areas of improvement of this paragraph right here. So let me read this paragraph and then let's kind of go over what they talked about. So it says, basketball is my favorite sport. I like to play and watch basketball. My sisters play. I like to go to their games. My favorite NBA team is the Lakers. That's because LeBron is the GOAT. So what did this paragraph do well? Well, your classmates said they didn't forget the indent and capitalized the beginning, and also has lots of details that support the topic sentence. So that's perfect, I agree. What does this paragraph need to fix? It says we need to fix the lowercase I to a capitalized I, and we don't have to make the GOAT capital. We need to fix that, so it's capitalized, because the first letter of a sentence needs to be capitalized. And they didn't put a conclusion sentence at the end. So this group did a really good job explaining this paragraph and what they did well and what they need to fix. Let's look at group 2's paragraph. So this is group 2's paragraph. It says, the best sport is soccer. Soccer is the most popular sport in the world. 4 billion people watch soccer. My favorite team is FC Barcelona. I want to go to one of their games someday. Okay, so what did this paragraph do well? They said that it explained why they think soccer is the best sport. So they did. They gave a lot of details. What does this paragraph need to fix? This paragraph doesn't have a tab. They forgot to capitalize the word soccer. It doesn't really have a conclusion in the end. I agree. Both of these paragraphs are things that were good and things that they need to fix. And to be honest, that's what I see a lot of times when I read students writing. They have a lot of really good things, a lot of good ideas, but they forget to do things that I know they know how to do, like capitalize sentences, the beginning of sentences, or adding a conclusion sentence, not capitalizing the word I. So these paragraphs, I would only give them a 2 out of 4, maybe a 2.5 out of 4. There's a lot of areas for improvement. Because remember, 3 means that you are proficient, and I would not say these paragraphs are proficient. So this is something we did because I want you guys to see and realize that when you turn in work, you need to read it before you turn it in, right? I wrote these paragraphs, but this could very well be an example from a student. And I know you guys know how to fix that kind of stuff, right? So double check your work before you turn it in. And remember that all this stuff that we did today, this is helping us get ready for tomorrow. Or tomorrow you're going to be writing your own paragraph. So please watch this video and be ready for our writing and our work tomorrow. And I hope to see you at live class tomorrow at 2:10.